And welcome back to the End of the Fourth Football Show. As always, it is me, your host, B-Hizzy, and I am joined by the wonderful, the fantastic, the soon-to-be in another job, The Prez, Chris Mullane. How are you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing all right, mate. Doing all right.
Good stuff. Good to hear it, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been tough to just kind of work this out and get logistics working, but we're here, and we're here for a good show. It's going to be some good fun.
It will be, especially when Derek Carr's elite.
Yeah. Okay. Enough of that. So obviously there was that little chestnut of the draft. We won't talk about that because clearly we know absolutely nothing. As proven by our mock draft, it was horrendous. I actually don't know if we got any right.
We did. We got Bryce Young.
Did we? Did we get? I thought we put CJ Stroud number 1.
No, we went Bryce Young 1.
Okay, right. Well, that's good. At least we got that. We should have got CJ Stroud as well then.
No, because but then again, we weren't allowed trades in ours.
That's true. Yeah, it was tough. No, actually, I think we may have got Will Anderson at number 3. Did we get that right? Oh,
Possibly. I'd have to look. I'd have to go back and look.
I don't know if I want to. It's kind of scarring. We just know nothing. I've been doing this show for, about almost a year and a half, and we clearly know nothing. So we no credibility. Just turn the show off. Just turn the episode off right now. No, I'm kidding. Stick around. It's going to be a good one. We're doing the 2023 version of our show that we did last year for the schedule release. It's the 2023 schedule release reaction in 23 seconds, which is 33 minutes and 43 seconds. It's a nice bite-sized chunk of episode you can digest in your car journey or wherever you're going. Maybe you're just chilling out on a Wednesday afternoon or whenever you're listening to this. So it's a nice, easy episode. We should have some good fun. We won't go through every game in the schedule, but we will just pick out the ones which kind of interest us and maybe talk about some more than others. All good with that?
All good with that.
All right, then. Let's start this timer. Let's go. All right, then. Week 1, and we're gonna start off with the kickoff game. We have the Lions heading to the Chiefs, and it's a really interesting one. This is the second matchup between Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes in their careers. Can you believe?
It's not. To be brutally honest with you, out of all the games, that wasn't the one I was most interested about.
Yeah.
No.
No.
There's at least 2 others that I'm more interested. 3 others in that week 1 that I'm more interested in.
I can agree with that. I'd say I think getting the kickoff game is important. I think it's going to be a good one regardless because I think the Lions. Hot take. I think the Lions going to win the NFC North this year. And I think that obviously the Chiefs are going to be up there, perennial contender. I mean, they could probably just repeat, let's be honest. But yeah, this is the second matchup between Patrick Mahomes and Jared Goff. The first one was when Jared Goff was a Ram. You might remember. It was 54-51 in Mexico.
Yeah, mental.
Crazy. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Patrick Mahomes' first year as a starter. So it was a crazy game for sure, and just kind of with a kind of a small hint, kind of touch of the surface of what we were going to see from Patrick Mahomes over however many years it's been now. So this is going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to this. It's the day before my birthday, which I'm looking forward to. I will be off because I think Starfield is going to come out that week, so I'm taking 2 weeks off work to play that anyway. But we've got football at the end of the week we can look forward to.
Yes.
But yeah, no, this will be a good one. I think it'll be important for the Lions to kind of see if they can build on what they made last year. Obviously, they've had a few departures. DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, who were core members of that running back room, are now on different teams. So they've got Jahmyr Gibbs, and who's the other guy? Jahmyr Gibbs in.
I would have to look that up, but I think this is the only way the Lions I think can win that game is they're going to have to keep Mahomes on the sideline.
Yeah, exactly.
But the problem
I think that's the master game plan for beating the Chiefs is that. But funnily enough, this is 2 of the 4 teams that are unbeaten in 2023 so far, and
maybe a tie.
It might be a tie. Yeah, that'd be a laugh. All right. Well, that's all I want to say on this one. You got anything else?
No, as I say, that should be a good game. They could maybe have picked something a wee bit better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that, like, compared to, what they've got towards the end of the season, they were given enough little nuggets, like they did last year, where they were dropping like big time games that they thought would be interesting for public eye. And they've got, we'll get onto it, but they've got Bengals Chiefs in week 17 when seeding's pretty much maybe decided by that point, and
Exactly.
we might
That
not
should have
see
been
much
like,
of Mahomes and Burrow. So
yeah, exactly. But as I said to you before we discussed it, my top 3 games of that week
mm-hmm,
is Packers Bears,
we're interesting.
because I want to see how Jordan Love does.
Yep.
And Justin Fields, I want to see if he's progressed any.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals Commanders,
Okay.
because I want to see who's going to start at quarterback for Arizona.
And Washington. Is it going to be Sam Howell? Did they not take a guy? I can't remember.
I would think it would be Sam Howell, but
Yeah.
who's going to start for Arizona? It could be Colt McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the boy Tune they've just drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Or if anything's to be believed by his celebration during the Phoenix Suns game, there's nothing wrong with Kyler Murray's ACL.
Aye.
My game of the week that week is Browns Bengals.
That'll be interesting for sure.
Not just because it's an AFC North matchup. I want to see Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is, despite all these, personal stuff, he's a damn good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to have a full off season with his offense. Browns to win the AFC North.
You think?
Yeah.
I'd be interested. I mean, they definitely got the weapons to do it. I just think that the Bengals, obviously dominating that division for the last 2 years now, and they've only got better this offseason, reinforced that offensive line with Orlando Brown, who is a top 5 tackle in the league, let's be honest here. And I think that, Joe Burrow with even a competent offensive line, we could see a huge ascendancy level from Joe Burrow again in 2023. And maybe I'm just being biased because, he's my guy. But, for sure, it'll be an interesting one. I agree with you. I think that Deshaun Watson, a full off season, not marred by rightful punishment. That he will play better than he did last year. Let's hope for we want to see good quarterback play, and we want to see well, I don't know if everybody wants to see it, but Deshaun Watson hopefully should improve on what he put on the field last year, because he flat out wasn't good enough, and we understand why he was punished rightly and didn't get the full off season, but maybe a full off season in the system. I'm burying myself out. I'm getting myself out of the hole here. Try to word this right. But yeah, full off season, and he should be more competent. So this should be a good matchup, and it's interesting because I think that Joe Burrow's only beaten the Browns in Cleveland once, and it was last year. So let's see if he can do it again, or if that was just maybe a one-off.
Let me defend you. Mm-hmm. And the one that he lost, he didn't have his wee pal.
Honestly. I mean, they get tunned for sure. So,
well,
all right.
But now, week 2.
Oh, I'm not done here yet. Week 1's the best week of the season. I want to talk Packers Bears, one of your games here. I've got one more after this as well. So, actually, 1.5 more.
Week 2 is the better week.
We've got loads of time. We've got 27 minutes yet. We're good. We're fine. All right, Packers Bears. Yeah, of course. As you may be able to tell from my room, Packers fan here. And if you've never joined us before, and I want to see Jordan Love, see how he does, because it's time. It's been 3 years, and we need to see if he's ready for the system. Just as a kind of side note here, totally disagree with the fact with the opinion the Packers are rebuilding. I don't think that's true at all, and I don't think they'll be a contender. But Peter Bukowski said it really, really well on Twitter, and the equivalent of a rebuild, he compared it to rebuilding a house, tearing it down, starting from scratch. It's not what the Packers have done. Equivalent to what they have done is they're rebuilding the kitchen and a powder room, which I don't actually know what that is. You know what a powder room is?
Cocaine.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know. I
Interesting.
just don't have...
Maybe you'd like to indulge more in those kind of topics, Mister Soon-to-be police officer.
I don't know if it's cocaine. I really don't know. But I know how to smuggle it.
You know, you hear women say they're going to go powder their nose. Is that what that is? Well, that's just a bathroom then. I don't know.
I don't know.
Let us know what is a powder room. I'm sure that's an American colloquialism. But yeah, Eagles Patriots, an interesting one. Obviously, Jalen Hurts, my guy. The Patriots will be honoring Tom Brady in this game. I'm assuming retiring his number, welcoming him back, and this is the single most expensive ticket for a Week 1 game in NFL history, if I'm not incorrect, because of this celebration for Tom Brady. So,
a powder room is a female's bathroom in a public building.
Oh, there you go. Fair enough.
I googled that.
All right, well. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, we could have just Googled it, but I'm just being lazy. And we obviously are on the clock here. He says, well, try to prolong the Week 1 analysis as much as possible. And then Bills Jets, Aaron Rodgers' first start with the Jets, his new team. Going to be interesting to see. And obviously, I have the reputation, I suppose, of being a bit of a Josh Allen hater, and it's not true. I'll take this to my death. Just think he's just the tiniest little bit overrated because he turns the ball over far too much. And I think the Jets can win this game. I think the Jets can win the division, to be honest. They've got the best top to bottom roster in the division. And we'll get to it. Obviously, there's training camp. There's going to be things which are undoubtedly going to go wrong, maybe for the Jets or for the Jets' favor. So we'll see. We'll see. But I think the Jets. In fact, you know what? Let me lock it up right now. In May, Jets win this game. Locked up. That's me 1-0 on locks for the season. Let me see if I remember that come September time, but we'll see. Yeah. All right. Finally, we move on to Week 2. Let's do it.
The best two games that week is the Thursday night game.
It's still loading. Come on.
Which is the Vikings and the Eagles.
Okay, but yeah, Vikings, Eagles, yeah.
And the other one that week is, do not burst out laughing, is the Texans and the Colts.
It'd be interesting. I mean, is Anthony Richardson going to play that game? Is he going to start?
I would say so. You don't draft a guy number 4 to sit on the bench.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then obviously CJ Stroud could be there and ready to go.
You don't draft a guy number 2 to sit on the bench.
Exactly.
You also draft a guy number 3 to sit on the bench. And it's, you know, that will be a game where it will either be like a 9-6 or it will be like a 34-31.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's going to be one of those, but the game of the week has got to be the Thursday nighter.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like that. So I'm pretty sure these two teams met in Week 2 last year. It was on Monday night, wasn't it?
We don't discuss that. Yeah, they did meet last season.
Yeah, so Eagles Vikings. It should be interesting. We want to see if the Eagles obviously are going to continue their roll on from the Super Bowl. Is it going to be a Super Bowl hangover for them? I don't think so. To be honest, Super Bowl 58 matchup could be just a repeat of 50, 57, to be honest. But obviously that's a conversation for later on in the year, possibly even next year. But yeah, Vikings, we're going to see if their defense has improved. Hopefully it hasn't, because I don't see how it could get any worse, but maybe it just stayed on par with what it was. Maybe they got rid of the cancer Zadarius Smith, who only cares about Pro Bowls, not actually winning games. But yeah, that's good.
I did get invited to Minnesota.
Oh, really?
I got invited. I also got invited to New York as well.
Oh, well, look at that. Isn't just getting to trot the globe.
I know, brilliant, isn't it? I better start making money. Got invited to both of them, and as I said to the Vikings fans, I said, because they were debating Premier League strikers.
All right.
And I said, you can have the best strikers in the world. If you've got no defense, you can't win games.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened last year.
Mm.
The Vikings' offense is competent enough.
Mm-hmm.
It is the defense that let them down. I do think they will win the North again.
Yeah.
But the point is, there will either be 11 wins or 5.
Mm-hmm.
There's no in between. It'll be 11 or 5 because
Yeah.
the team that won a lot of one possession games lose a lot of one possession games the following year.
Yeah. It's not a trend that can be sustained. Any games that catch my eye in week 2? You said this is the better week. I can't really see anything that's particularly intriguing. I mean, there's the double header on the Monday Night Football, but I don't really care
That's got
for
Derek
it.
Carr in it.
Hmm?
That's got Derek Carr.
Yeah, Derek Carr versus Bryce Young. No, I'm not interested really. If there was anything that was going to catch me, it would be Chiefs Jags.
49ers Rams.
No, don't care for that really. Not gonna lie. No, all right. Well, this is probably good because I spent so much time on week 1. It's time to move on to week 3. If you're done with week 2,
Yep.
let's go for it.
I've picked my games.
All right then. Let's see. Hopefully this doesn't take half an hour again and bang us in the clock. Please hold.
Right. Let me get a wee look here.
All right then. Here we go. Anything interesting there?
There's definitely a couple. Chargers, no. Broncos, Dolphins.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. See if the Broncos can kind of figure things out with Sean Payton now at the helm. If Russell Wilson's going to return to what we expected of him when this trade went through, and how are the Dolphins going to respond? Obviously, they had a very respectable campaign last year, and I think that if Tua wasn't hurt, I think they I did say it at the time. I think they beat Buffalo in the wild card game.
That was obviously a bit of a dinger, but that's what we say though. I mean, that's why last year when we were doing picks and things like that, I was struggling with week 18, from 16 onwards. You struggle because guys are hurt and guys aren't 100%. But the week 3's Thursday night game looks intriguing because of who's playing.
Yeah, no, to be fair, yeah.
We still don't know who's going to be quarterback in the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be Trey Lance? Is it going to be Brock Purdy? Will they go at the trading deadline and during the off season and get someone? We don't know.
I mean, it's not going to be Sam Darnold. Let's be honest here. That experiment is over. But I mean, off the top of your head, you'd think it would have to be Trey Lance because this Brock Purdy is needing Tommy John surgery on his elbow, and that's a year off. Now, we could be an anomaly. We just saw Bryce Harper of the Philadelphia Phillies come back after 140 days out with the smashed up elbow after Tommy John surgery, but he's not a pitcher. So, I mean, I don't think he is. I could be wrong. I'm getting exposed for lack of baseball knowledge. Typical Cubs
just
fan. But Brock Purdy, I would imagine, uses his elbow more in a throwing motion. I know that much at least. So you'd have to say this was going to be Trey Lance, really. But you could be right. Maybe they go out and pick up a veteran. And Carson Wentz is still available, which might not seem so appealing in May, but August, and Trey Lance is throwing picks left, right, and center in training camp. Brock Purdy's still in the bin, and Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold. Maybe Carson Wentz looks like a better option for that point, because knowing the 49ers, they'd be jamming enough to pick up Carson Wentz and bring his confidence back to full health, and he becomes their franchise quarterback for the next 10 years. So,
yep.
I like the look of Panthers Seahawks, because I actually really, really rate the Seahawks. Right now in the offseason, I'd probably put them as the 5th best team in the league. So right now, I think their roster. I mean, they had a superb draft. If Geno can continue his play, I think they can win this division, because there's too many question marks around the other teams.
Oh, I mean, the other teams is a bit of a tire fire, but keep your eye on Arizona, because I have a theory with them, which we'll get onto at a later stage.
I mean, I must admit, I would be interested to keep my eye on Arizona, because I probably have them as the worst team in the league right now.
They aren't. They aren't, actually. I think Arizona's way to win games is keep scores low. You don't have to win every game. You know, whether you win a game 54-51 or whether you win a game 3-0, you still get a W.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's boring, but you know,
Yeah.
but you know my point.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah. Bengals Rams could be interesting. That's another doubleheader on the Monday night. But other than that, can't really see anything too interesting there. Week 3. You all good for that?
Yeah, I'm having a quick.
Please hold. We're gonna get killed by this time. We got 15 minutes. We're only on week 4. Shit.
Yeah, it's your internet.
Yeah. Week 4. Oh my god, this is poor. This is bad. What the hell? Dolphins Bills. That sounds okay. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's the first week of the London games.
Indeed it is. Yes, that is Falcons Jags is in London, of course. Are we going?
Yep. No. Because I suggested that to my wife and was told in very plain English to fuck off. Was her quote was yeah, get to
Oh. Well, that's sad.
Then I suggested New York and she goes, that's okay.
Ah, right, yeah. Mm-hmm. You could just be like Thanos and be like, fine, I'll do it myself. Because I suggested to Kerry about going to Germany for Chiefs Dolphins, and then I realized there's only going to be like 40,000 general sale tickets, and after kerfuffle last year, it's not happening. I suppose I do have a wedding to pay for as well, so.
Well, why don't you just dump Kerry and then go to the game? Get back with her.
Well, because, you know, I do kind of, I mean, she's okay. I kind of like her. I have a bit of a crush on her, I won't lie.
She's tasting
men. Chargers, Raiders. I think we'll have a good thought on these two teams kind of by week 4. We'll see how Justin Herbert's doing. Are they going to respond after that? Quentin Johnson, you know, the Chargers still could lose a few pieces. Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler could be, you know, on another team by this week. So by week 1, really. So it'll be interesting. Those are obviously key pieces. And we're going to see how Quentin Johnson develops. Obviously, he kind of fell in the draft because people were concerned about his teams were concerned about his hands and his ability to catch. Yeah, and then obviously the Raiders. Are they gonna be able to build on what was last year? Jimmy Garoppolo is a factually better quarterback than Derek Carr, so surely they would be able to.
Well, we'll see.
Chiefs Jets is a good one on Sunday Night Football. The Jets have a tough start to the season. You know, if they can get through the first 6 weeks, maybe 3-3, that's good. But Chiefs Jets, fingers crossed. This will be the first ever matchup between Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers. It's all gone tits up. There's been about 4 opportunities before. 2019, Mahomes was hurt. 2020, the refs stopped Aaron Rodgers from getting to the Super Bowl because of Brady, because he was playing against Brady. 2021, Aaron Rodgers had COVID.
No, they never. No, they never. Only what? No. on kicking the field goal and not going for it. What happened? Oh, that's right. Aaron Rodgers caused it.
Actually, no, he was great in that game. It was Kevin King and Matt LaFleur. He was better. I'd like to say he was better than Brady, but he wasn't really. He got 3 points off those 3 picks.
No. If you watch the game, he had a chance to run it for a touchdown, and he didn't. He forced it to Devontae Adams, who was 1 for 7 in the red zone.
Yeah. I would like to have said that my favorite quarterback could have played better than somebody that threw 3 picks, but I mean, it isn't true. He got 3 points in total off those 3 picks. So
yes, the first pick, 3 and out, minus 5 yards and punt.
No. Do you know what actually it was? It was Kevin King, Matt LaFleur, the refs a little bit, and David Bakhtiari's lack of ACL at the time.
Okay.
Calma. This game, we really hope this one goes our way. We need to see a matchup between these two. Because obviously their mates off the field, and we want to see it happen.
I'm
Anything
having a
else in
quick
week 4 for you?
Nothing else there. No, nothing really. The sort of the schedule week 4 to about 8 is minging.
Yeah, it's poor. And week 5, let's see, this is be the second week of London games.
Jags Bills.
Jags Bills. Yeah, no, that could be interesting. I'd be down for that.
That will be Packers Raiders. No,
Packers Raiders. That's on the Monday night, isn't it? Devontae
Yeah.
Adams against his old team.
it's not Aaron Rodgers though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The Thursday night games, I'd rather pluck my Bears and Commanders. I watched
Oh
that.
yeah, it's gonna be.
year.
We should just ignore that. We just pretend that one doesn't happen.
Now we've said that it's going to be like a 31-34 thriller.
Ravens Steelers. I think this is another one. I think that it's a traditional AFC North rivalry matchup. I think that these two teams will have another good look at how good they're going to be this season by this point of the schedule. Lamar with the weapons that they surrounded him with, and Kenny Pickett's development in Pittsburgh. So nothing really else in week 5 that interests too much there. Week 6, let's go. Oh shit, 9 minutes to go. I may have overspoke when I said that we might do this. We'll do this fine.
Well, if we go quick offense, let's see.
Let's do it. Hurry up. The Thursday night game, I don't mind. Broncos Chiefs. That seems interesting.
Yeah. I like the Sunday night, but Giants Bills.
Yeah, that'd be good.
The Sunday night game in Sky is going to be Eagles Jets.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So
Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Hurts.
Monday night sounds dreadful. That's Cowboys Chargers.
I don't mind that. I think that could be interesting. That's a good offense against a good defense.
And Colts Jags.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the Colts haven't won in Jacksonville. Is this streak going to extend?
Yes.
Seahawks Bengals. That's the one that surprises me. That's interesting. Right. Let's keep going here. Week 7. All right. I think we're doing all right. 8 minutes. Just over 8 minutes.
Week 7, the Thursday night game, Jags Saints.
Jags Saints.
Because it's two of my guys.
Of course, yeah.
Right. I'm going to come out with it. Vikings 49ers on the Monday night.
I like that. Yeah, no, that could be interesting. Primetime Kirk, we all know doesn't work.
Yeah, we'll discover that. I also like Chargers Chiefs.
Chargers Chiefs, yeah, no, I like that. That could be flexed to Sunday night, to be honest.
It won't be because the Sunday night's Dolphins Eagles.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. No, nothing else really there sticks up the page. Packers Broncos. That's going to be kind of another litmus test. Packers coming off their bye at this one. Yeah, I think we'll have a good shot of what Jordan Love is going to be this season after the bye.
Yeah.
All right. Week 8. I'm not going to lie. I think we're scunnered here.
Jets Giants.
If this loads. Jets Giants. Yep. Aaron Rodgers versus Daniel Jones.
Once we discover who's quarterback in the 49ers, Bengals 49ers sounds good.
That's a Super Bowl early 80s rematch. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but
which idiot chose the Bears and the Chargers for Sunday night?
Oh, that's poor. Yeah, that's not great. Lions Raiders on Monday night could be good.
If he's starting by then, I think Titans Falcons could be interesting. Will Levis.
And Texans versus Panthers. I would say picks 1 and 2 going against each other.
Yeah.
Perhaps. We'll see. It could be Davis Mills versus Andy Dalton.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Week 9. Let's keep going here. 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes.
Dolphins Chiefs in Germany.
That'll be good. This is the one I wanted to go to, but obviously, as we're saying, 40,000 general sale tickets don't make me optimistic in the slightest. Seahawks Ravens.
And of course, Bills Bengals.
Bills Bengals, yeah, that'd be good. Obviously, we'd like to see Damar Hamlin. That'll be emotional, that game. Obviously, Damar Hamlin making the return to where he was when he suffered that tragic or that awful. It wasn't. I suppose it wasn't tragic. The awful accident, the 1 in a billion accident. But you know, it was the vaccines, though. Let's be honest. Cowboys Eagles. I like that.
Yeah, that's one of mine.
Yeah. All right. Week 10. This will
I'm
mark
gonna
about a
throw
year
up.
since I was in America. Week 10.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
Prime Video Thursday night. Panthers and Bears.
I don't mind this. All right. Do you know what? I think the Bears, you know, I really think the NFC North's going to be competitive. I think all 4 teams are going to be good. And I think the Bears are going to be one of those teams. There's no way they can be worse than they were last year. Justin Fields, they've surrounded him with more, you know, and I think that Bryce Young, we'll see how he's going to be. This could be his moment. Do you know what I mean? And this kind of game, prime time, you know, this could be a good one. I like this one.
Of course, the Sunday night that week is Jets Raiders.
Aaron Rodgers versus his former teammate Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Broncos Bills on Monday night. I don't mind that.
No.
No, not
Browns
interested
Ravens,
there.
of course, as well.
Browns Ravens, yep, typical. All right. And the final Germany game, Colts and Patriots there.
Yep.
All right, week 11. 4 minutes.
Now mine's right. Let's have a look.
We've been banged with a timer here. I think we're going to be 1-1 and managing to get this done. Bengals
Right.
Ravens Thursday night. I like that a lot.
Yep. Eagles Chiefs on the Monday night.
Oh yes, for sure. That's Super Bowl 57 rematch, Super Bowl 58 preview. We'll see.
What? Vikings Broncos on Sunday night.
Prime time Kirk. We know it doesn't work.
How many times are you going to say that this season?
I like it. I just made it up off the dome, a few minutes ago. I like that. I'm not too mad. Chargers Packers. I like that. Titans Jags.
Bengals
Jets
Ravens
Bills
on the
again.
Thursday night.
Hmm.
Bengals Ravens on the Thursday night. And also, short game here. I actually quite like the look of Giants Commanders.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why. There's just something about that game.
Is it a freebie for Daniel Jones, and that's why you like the look of it?
We don't know. Daniel Jones might bomb.
Very true. Very true. All right, week 12. We're getting into the literal meat and potatoes because it's Thanksgiving. Woo! Thanksgiving. Celebrate genocide. Fuck yeah.
There's a Black Friday game.
And yes, indeed, there is a Black Friday game. The Packers are playing on Thanksgiving this year. It's the first time they've done that since I started following. So Packers Lions at 5:30. We have to do a little get together for that. And Commanders Cowboys.
Can we have real turkey?
Well, we'll have a tofurkey. How about that? I'll make a pumpkin pie.
Bills,
Dolphins,
Eagles.
Jets, Steelers, Bengals.
Bills, Eagles.
Bills, Eagles. Yeah, that's the first time Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen will be matching up against each other.
Yeah.
Panthers
and Titans.
Panthers and Titans. Yeah. I like it, because if Will Levis is starting, which we hope he would be, that's another, top rookie quarterback matchup. Titans could win that one if Will Levis is starting because it's going to be a chip on this boy's shoulder.
Yeah, he's
Patriots,
a
Giants, Super Bowl rematch of obviously 42 and 46.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna call timeout here because we've been defeated. I'm not gonna lie here. Week 13, and we've got 1 minute 41 seconds. So we'll take a break. And we'll lick our wounds, and we'll come back with the rest of the schedule in a defeatist tone. All right, then we're back. We've accepted defeat in the 2023 seconds challenge, I suppose we could call it. So we'll continue. We'll kind of just do it at the same pace, but we know we've been beaten, so we're 1-1 against the clock in this challenge, and it's weird because I know 1 second doesn't make a difference, but we had more time this year, so that's a little bit embarrassing.
I know.
Hey ho, never mind. Week 13 we got to. I like the Thursday night game, Seahawks Cowboys.
Yes.
I like that a lot. Chargers Patriots. That's interesting to me.
Yeah. Also, Bengals Jags on the Monday.
Oh yes, very much looking forward to that. And then
That'll
Chiefs Packers on the Sunday night. Which, depending on the Packers, could potentially see being flexed out for, say, I mean, there's nothing else really excellent on the Sunday. 49ers Eagles, perhaps.
Potentially, depending on how the season's going, Cardinals Steelers.
Is that a worse matchup than Chiefs Packers though?
It could, because that could be Kyler Murray and Kenny Pickett. That could be Kyler Murray and Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I mean, around this time of year, I think this is when they predict. This is January. This is when they project Kyler Murray could be back for maybe this game. So could be interesting. Could be interesting for sure. I don't know if they'd maybe want to protect their $150 million asset or whatever it was. I can't remember what his contract was, but hey ho.
Maybe.
All right, week 14. Let's do it. Still the same speed. God's sake. I like Lions Bears. I think that's one of those games that's going to really shake up the NFC North and kind of give us, this one of those late season divisional matchups could really see how the division is going to finish up. Are the Lions going to claim their throne atop the NFC North? Who knows? And I did not switch my laptop charger on, so I'm going to do that right now. While Chris, you speak about the next game.
I've got to say, I think Eagles Cowboys on the Sunday night sounds interesting. Bills Chiefs on CBS. That's obviously going to be the Sky game. But yeah, I mean, Panthers and Saints divisional. But
I like that.
But I think game of the week, if I had to pick game of the week, it could be Jags Browns.
It's got to be Chiefs Bills.
Well, what I mean by that is that's game of the week, Chiefs Bills. But what I mean is game of the week because that's a given game of the week. That's like that will be the Sky game. I'm trying to think what the Sky game of the week would be. Jags Browns is probably the best option.
Yeah. Maybe Colts Bengals. Jags. Yeah, one of those ones.
That's what I mean.
I like the Sunday night matchup, Eagles versus Cowboys. That could be a division decider.
I'm not a big fan of this double headers on the Monday night.
Yeah, and they're on at the same time, which is a little bit weird. I suppose that Titans Dolphins isn't particularly interesting. But Giants Packers is. So
yeah, Daniel Jones
and Jordan Love.
No, Daniel Jones.
Oh no, I skipped a week. Shit, week 15. There we go. What do we like here in week 15? Eagles, Seahawks. I don't mind that.
Vikings, Bengals.
That's on. Not been scheduled yet, but yeah, for sure, like that. That's weird. This is like 5 games which haven't been scheduled according to the NFL website.
No, I know that's exactly what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah. Broncos, Lions.
Jets, Dolphins.
Yeah, that's another one of those kind of late season divisional matchups. Buccaneers, Packers could be interesting. Matt LaFleur hasn't lost a game at Lambeau in December, so one to keep an eye out for.
Except playoffs.
That's in January.
Nah, I'm not giving you a pass on that though.
One of the cats is just in a honking shite. It's no good.
That's right. He'll prep you for watching Denver this year.
True. Yeah, that shit team from Denver is we like to call them. Bengals Steelers on Saturday the 23rd.
By the way, there's a lot of games here that could be exciting.
Couple games on Christmas Eve. I like them. I might watch Bills Chargers. So I'm tired.
Can you
And
say
then-
something? You have to. Can you have to let me know when we're moving to week 16?
My apologies.
I was looking like a right fud there. I was about to start talking about week 15 again.
My apologies. I messed up.
Well, Christmas night, Giants Eagles.
That is for sure. That is Christmas
That's
Day.
my Christmas present to myself.
Yeah. Anything else we like here? I was gonna say I'll watch Bills Chargers because then I'll be tired, and then I'll watch Packers Panthers, and I'll fall straight to sleep for Santa coming. So.
Or you could watch the Packers Panthers and be bored by the first quarter.
Raiders Chiefs. I like that.
I don't know how that would go. It's because that's Mahomes against Garoppolo.
If he plays all the games, that's the other thing.
I've got to say, I do like Patriots Broncos. I think
it's always
Bill
kind of,
Belichick.
yeah.
I think Bill might have one more year.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think he may be forced into a retirement. They don't want to sack him, but they'll for sure want to get rid of him if they don't make the playoffs this year, which I don't think they will. They could finish bottom. All right, you want to move on to week 17 so you don't shit yourself?
Yeah.
This is kind of just tidying everything up here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's his New Year's Eve.
Yeah, Eagles Cardinals.
Again, that depends how the season's going. Jets Browns on the 29th.
Yep.
I actually quite like Happy New Year to myself. Packers Vikes.
Yep, I like that, and it's good because it means I have an excuse not to go out and get steaming. Just stay in instead.
And get steaming watching Jordan Love get annihilated on Sunday night.
Well, we'll see, won't we? Bengals Chiefs. I think it's tough, isn't it? Because I mean, obviously, I had to think about it, and I said that earlier on in the episode. I said that playoff seedings might be decided by this week, and sure enough, it could be. But when the Bengals and the Bills played in Week 17 last season, that wasn't the case. So, might not necessarily be. We might see Burrow and Mahomes for 4 quarters, round 5 between these two.
Maybe.
All right, and then finally, unless you got anything else in Week 17?
Nothing in Week 17.
Tidy it up here at Week 18.
We don't really know what's happening in Week 18 yet. We don't know who's playing when or anything like that.
These games will be more interesting, obviously, closer to the time. And then we'll see here what games are going to be like, Sunday night. I think Vikings-Lions could be Sunday night.
It could be, but do you know that the problem is it could be any of them because NBC tend to pick a winning in. No.
All right. That does it, unless you've got anything.
Nope, that does it.
All right. Nicely done. I mean, we know we got beat, but we did. It was a fun episode, like talking about these games. And obviously, there'll be more clarification on them as we get to as we get through the weeks and months coming, as the season draws ever closer. It just seems to always go so quick, the off season. You always get upset, kind of fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. You're thinking, it's coming to the end now. We have to wait all this time. But before you know it, the draft's here, and then training camp, and then it's week 1.
And in between it, you've got baseball and basketball.
Indeed. And you've usually got Man United making a fool of themselves in between all that as well. So,
well, they've got a cup final to look forward to.
I'm going to be in Manchester for that game. I know it's obviously in London, but I'll be in Manchester for the game. So,
fun enough, I'm going to Manchester the month after.
Oh well, look at that, eh?
My daughter gets to pick where we go for a tour. She wants to pick a stadium we go a tour of.
Oh, is it Old Trafford or is it Etihad? Or is it FC United of Manchester Stadium?
It's going to be it's Old Trafford, Etihad, or if we're going to go over to Liverpool, it could be Anfield. So we don't know yet.
All right. Well, that should just about do it. Actually, do you know what? There's one bit of news I want to talk about. Obviously, we're expanding this show this kind of season. We're going to talk a little bit more about college football and kind of things, thoughts, that kind of thing. And next year, college football players expanding to 12 teams.
Oh no!
No, a fan of that move?
No.
No? I like
No.
it. I mean, obviously with college football, you're going to see dominating offenses. And if there's 12 teams, I think 12 is quite a lot.
They could have done 8.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think 8. But I mean, if you're going to see 12 great offenses, I'm not going to be upset by that.
What would be better though, right? And it's just this sounds brilliant. Where they should just forget seedings and just go an all-in draw.
Aye.
Quarter final, Alabama, Clemson.
Yeah.
Alabama, Georgia. That would just be brilliant.
It would be crazy. Or round of 16, LSU versus Wesley College or whatever it is.
It's like someone suggested, how do we make the NFL better? And I said, well, and they were talking about shortening the season to other games. I said, okay, fine then. Everyone in the NFC plays each other once. Everyone in the AFC, and then the top 8 collide, and we have like NBA. Obviously, just a one-off game. You're not having a best of 7 series.
No. There would be a lot of pain involved there.
Definitely.
Right. All right. Well, that'll do it for this episode of the End of the Fourth Football Show. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. I know we got beaten, but next year we'll be stronger. We've got more time again, and we'll learn from our mistakes. We'll lick our wounds, and do it in the time limit next year.
Yes, definitely.
All right, well, we'll be back potentially with a very special show in a couple of weeks' time.
Yes.
Could be very interesting. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, check out all the other shows on the Let's Talk Sports Network. You can find their link in the description down below. Or you may be watching this on Let's Talk Sport Network. I don't know. If you are, then go check out their other their other stuff. They've got a lot of good stuff coming on in. I know I've been talking about possibly thinking another show. I'm brainstorming, so we'll see. But that will be exclusively on the Let's Talk Sports Network. So, yes, thank you very much, Chris. You've said it all.
Yes, definitely.
That's it. We will catch you next time. Ciao for now.